Actually, State of Mind,
Uh-huh.
and then Corrosion.
I mean, in all your titles, you
Mhm.
can see corrosion, disorder.
Mhm.
Which is the kind of communication you're filming, your lyric, your music that you're trying to communicate to the people, to the external world?
Well, I think basically we're just trying to like point out all the stupidness and just anything in general that comes across as being odd. But we try and keep everything on a positive note. But I think we like to deal with all the darker side and all the the weirder things, and even dabble in politics. Just general things that are quite harsh. And but we just present it as a thing that like, yeah, you can do something about it. You don't have to like live in gloom and doom.
Which on one side is a point of view. It sure is a point of view. And how long you think your point of view can get along with the reality?
Well, I mean, I think the world in general is it's a pretty heavy place these days, and
Sure is.
from one day to the next, and I think it'll continue to be so. And we don't want to just stagnate on one point all the time, but I think there's enough bands already out there who sing about love and everything else that I think there's room for a few bands to like sing about other things that pertain to different areas, and I think we're one of those bands.
And the good part of Frontline Assembly, this is just a one hit or a one smash hit, and that's it. I mean, you guys have been playing since 1987.
Mm-hmm.
We done in 1991.
Mm-hmm.
You guys been touring in the States.
Right. We just finished our second tour, the second European tour, starting next week in London.
Which is great. And you're going to tour all over Europe?
Yeah, I think we're doing 29 shows, and I think we're even going to like Czechoslovakia and Hungary and a few other places. It's probably not such a big deal anymore since the wall thing came down and that. But I think a lot of those people are still like not really exposed to this kind of music. So I guess they think there's all the record labels think there's a whole new sort of market out there to be like explored or exploded, what have you, over the next 10 years, and I think that'll be interesting.
And when you guys play live, just two of you, or you have a team?
No, there's three of us on stage. And we'd have 7 people which we take with us all together to make the show run, and we have like a lot of stuff on stage. So with the 3 guys, and a lot of stages we find are actually too small, and we try and play like usually theaters, but I think in Europe it's going to be a bit different. I think room size is always a problem, right? So you sort of have to. So sometimes our show gets taken down a little bit because of that, but the intensity stays the same,
All right, we now down to the latest single of Frontline Assembly called
Virus.
Virus. And I would like to know more about that after the video, though. You agree?
I agree.
Okay, Bill. Virus, Frontline Assembly. Stay tuned and stay with us. I sure did. We were talking about, I was talking with Bill concerning the video Virus. It's a mix between Terminator and Twin Peaks. He was asking me if I saw Twin Peaks. Yes.
Yeah.
The point is that
after Laura Palmer, after they found the killer, the show died, and
And that's it. And Terminator. Who shot the video?
Actually, a guy named Gary Smith. He does all the Skinny Puppy videos and stuff, and parts of that video were outtakes from a movie that's going to be made that I'm actually going to be in. So we did some outtakes because it was a 3-minute trailer, and it's called Chunk Blower, and that's where most of that footage came from.
So in your project, future project, you will be in a film.
Yeah, that's going to be a film later this year. Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's going to be fun dabbling in that.
And concerning production, right?
Mm-hmm.
Concerning production, Frontline Assembly production.
Right.
Who is behind it?
Well, we produced most of it, but I think the last record, which we were the most happy with, Greg really mixed it, and he really took his time, and I think he did an excellent job, and we're going to use him again in the future.
Do you think it's a real done job to have somebody else outside from the band to take a view? Because probably sometimes when you guys get along with the time, you're scared to get a little bit too far from the reality. So an external point of view or external music hand inside the band could be helpful on that.
Well, I think the problem with producers is that if you're trying to like do more general like top 40 music, then there's a lot of guys around with a lot of experience. But I think from what we're doing, there isn't a lot of people that are that experienced in producing that kind of music, because it's still sort of relatively alternative, and we're finding out every time we do a song, we learn something new about the kind of sounds we're trying to create. So I think it's almost impossible for us to bring in a producer because they don't usually deal with
that was the meaning of the question
right.
I brought to you. So, Bill, I'm sorry about time. It's really short on us.
Hey, that's
and
okay.
I hope you're gonna be back as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
I mean, at least during the European tour, that's for sure.
Right.
I would like to remember to our friend Costa Grit is the new album, the latest album from Frontline Assembly. When you guys gonna do the new one? In about 1 year time, 6 months time? Do you have an idea?
Well, I think we're actually gonna probably start on it late this fall because I think we're doing a second American tour when we finish the European one this year. So it'll be a while.
All right, Bill. Thanks for coming. Hopefully we'll have you back with Riz this time.
Right, next time.
Let him do the job. Let him do the work, okay?
You got it.
See you later on Hotline.
Peace.